My husband quit his job, but still makes me take care of everything at home.
Go to jail.
Context. We in our very late 30s, married 11 years. He is 100% disabled with the VA, PTSD, one child, she just turned 6, separate finances. He worked out of town. By the way, this comes from emergency intern 4327. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK Storytime subreddit. So on to the juice. I never wanted children. And when we first got together, neither did he. That was until he saw me playing with all my nieces and nephews at a family gathering. I have 14 total. Back then, only 6. I am one of 9 siblings, so family functions are huge. From that point forward, he knew he wanted kids with me. I ended up pregnant. I chose to keep her and got a litigation and ablation a few months after having her. He had expressed his feelings being hurt that I would do such a thing, and we started counseling. Working out of town like he did meant there wasn't a lot of time for us. Just weekends the entire time our daughter has been alive. When he'd get home, there were always upset feelings towards me. He prefers the house to be more clean than it usually is, so I started deep cleaning a room a week. It's not like the house is trashed, it's just not home and garden ready. It's just hard to do all the things and keep a spotless house, so naturally speaking, some of the household chores took a backseat. Since our daughter was born, I've been taking her to work 40 plus hours a week. I work from a property management and realtor office and have for the last 20 years. I run most things in the office and I occasionally clean rentals for some extra cash. It has been so nice bringing her to work. She tells my bosses that she loves them and they tell her they love her too. Aw. They help me teach her things and they watch her when I have appointments, let alone the money I'm saving on daycare. I am truly thankful and grateful for my bosses. So my husband just quit his job at the beginning of this year. It has been 20 days so far, and this is ridiculous. Here are the things he has done since being home. He does make sure to wash dishes. Okay, that's good. He has made dinner 2 times. A little less good.
Well, that's 10%.
He has washed our child so I could have a child-free day at work 4 times.
It's 20%.
And he had played a lot of video games. Yes, that's right. Game as in singular, Call of Duty. He'll play all day. He'll play most of the night. He gets about 4 hours of sleep and then repeats. The only time he's not playing is his appointments. And when I ask if we can watch something together, I asked her daughter what she does with dad during the day. He watches her and her response made my blood boil. Dad lets me watch YouTube and play with Legos all day. The man hadn't even given her lunch. My child is dang smart, of course. She went and made her own PB&J and ate the fruit out of the fruit bowl when she was hungry. He's not doing anything he should be doing. Not helping her with math and ABCs to prepare her for school this year. Not taking her on an outing. Not even making her something to eat. He's not doing any of the cleaning that bugged him while he was working. He's not doing even the man jobs like taking the car in for an oil change while I'm at work. He's not interested in me and my hobbies or job. He's literally turning into a boom. The best I got is that he doesn't drink or do any substances. He's not abusive or anything, or rather on any level. He's just not a good dad or partner. Counseling isn't helping, and I want to just leave, but I've been here so long already.
With like therapy and counseling, it's like a huge thing is the therapist or counselor, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel for veterans, man. I think that's my thing with this story that's getting me hung up. I'm also like 3 glasses of grape juice. I'm getting a little somber.
Yeah.
In my thoughts.
Tell me about these veterans.
I want to make more jokes about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter probably has
my
some
brain's having a
PTSD.
hard time going back.
If I do leave, I'm the one that has to start all over again. We live in his house he bought before we were married. I drive his vehicle he bought for me, but never put my name on. I do not have savings as I pay the utilities, all the bills for a daughter, all the groceries, and a couple of subscription services. What do I do to get him to do something, or rather anything other than COD? Edit, he is in therapy 3 times a week. 1 time of the week is couples counseling. Edit 2, okay, so dang, I was expecting 1 or 2 comments telling me to stay in my lane, or the hard Reddit divorce. A lot of people getting suggests, so there are a couple of updates. 1, I left my phone at the office and my bosses kept hearing it go off. They have read everything. I don't lock my phone.
What?
Your bosses are reading your phone?
What? Where do you work? Where that's acceptable?
I have no need. It is very common for them to use my phone and I theirs for all sorts of things. They agree with a lot of different comments and have made it point blank clear that if I need, I have a place free of charge for both my daughter and I till they and I can get into a house of our own. I just would have never asked for help, or I guess such a deep discount anyway, as I feel like they've helped so much already. 2, I'm going to look for different therapists for my husband and a couples counselor. 3, I'm going to a cognitive behavioral therapist. This is not something any of our therapists have brought up. And 4, I am in therapy and I do like my therapist. I know she's a couple of years away from retirement, so I am going to look and ask for a referral to replace her. She's always saying I need to be more assertive in my communication and echoes some of what y'all said. 5, I deeply appreciate the veterans, just like Dakota, and spouses of veterans commenting. I actually didn't know I was completely alone in this, and I appreciate the kind messages of your personal journeys. It has given me a way better insight than I have had, and I am going to talk over a schedule with him and fill out a shared Google Calendar that will alert him to things that need to be done. I will also ask him to add things planned specifically just for us. And Reader Reacting responds and says, I love your schedule. I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but I did ask when I got home if there was a good time to talk. We have scheduled and I'm going to talk over your schedule. Well, kind of. I'm going to tweak a little and see what he can start now when/what we can go doing forward. I don't know that the outings will happen immediately or anytime relatively soon, but I do have ideas to plug into the things you might be opposed to. I'm still open to suggestions, and I only described him as a bum. I think it is OP. As I'm at a loss for words, a better description is in a rut, not becoming a bum, but is in a rut. But update. So I thought I'd be able to update y'all with something nice and joyful.
Okay.
Like, in couples counseling, we talked over everything, and magically he snapped out of it. Or even perhaps I found him better treatment, and he's open to trying it.
Oh.
But this is not that post.
Oh, dang it.
Today, I and my daughter went to my mom's for a family hangout. We usually do these once a month on a Sunday that everyone isn't working, and usually we stay through dinner. Everyone was pleased to see me and my daughter, but were very confused as to why my husband wasn't joining. I had asked him, and he said he wanted to stay home. This is very normal response as of lately. I had no problems with it. I asked if he wanted to bring him a plate of dinner. He said no. Okay, no problem. I thought he was just going to play more COD. Well, I forgot my phone at home. It only became important when I needed to show it to my sister and her husband, a house I had saved for them to look at. It just hit the market yesterday and was a killer deal, and they're looking. So I couldn't remember the address, and the 3 of us took off and went back to my house to pick it up. They came. I really hope this isn't going where I think it's going. They came because they thought it would be nice to say hello to my husband, but also maybe pressure him to come hang out. There was a car I've never seen parked on the street in front of my husband's house.
No. Wait, no. No.
We walked into the house, but my husband was not in front of the TV.
No. He was in front of someone's TV.
I figured he was in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Found my phone on the counter and turned to leave. I froze. That was a moan. And those aren't my shoes. Before I could even understand what was happening, my brother-in-law had my husband by his neck. My sister was screaming obscenities at some woman while throwing clothes at her. It was a lot. I asked my husband what was going on. He had no reply other than to shrug. My brother-in-law let go. My husband pulled on some pants. My brother-in-law gave me my husband's phone from the nightstand. Never once have I gone through my husband's phone. I didn't even know the password. My brother-in-law forced my husband to give me the password. My husband has been...
How long did that say?
My husband has been having an affair for the better part of 4 years.
I can't even scream. I can't even scream.
I'll drink this for OP.
Well, the good news is that all my sympathy for this guy can go out of the window. This guy can get thrown into an eyeball-sized black hole, become spaghetti, and get eaten by the pigs in Tartarus that are looked after by the spirit of James Gandolfini.
I couldn't and still can't understand. I sent myself screenshots, so I have proof. I'm at my mom's now. We're going to stay with one of my siblings for a day or two. When I get back to the office, I'm finding a new place to live. By the way, if you want to find a new place to listen to these stories, you should listen to our podcast.
That's right.
On Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Or like wherever. Literally any place where you get your
great.
Little podcasts.
You could listen while you're on the move.
You just got to search up OK Storytime, and then you'll get the sweet siren song,
sweet nectar
of our
into
discussion and these stories just whispered into your ears.
There's another relevant update. And I'm just going to go right into it.
Yeah.
I am so heartbroken. I thought I was the problem and my vet husband needed help.
We're going to get back to the story, but Sam, you have a copious amount of something.
What, John?
X's.
I have like 4 or 5 or 6.
I heard of 6 with a 0
All
behind
right.
it.
That 60 number, comes from somewhere else.
Where does that come from?
It comes from our OK Storytime membership.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Join a club almost as exclusive as Sam's X is. Well, let's get back to the story.
Clearly, he does need help, but he's going to find it without me.
Yeah, he needs help getting his freaking. Can't say that one.
Yep.
Can't say that out loud.
I'm pretty sure this will be the last update. I'm so depressed right now. I can't stop crying. Just know it wasn't you. My daughter has no clue and is happily playing in the backyard with her cousins. How do I tell her what's going on now? How do I uproot her from her life and make her have a different one? Where do I go with my horses, both on land and sea? The water horses and the land horses. How do I afford
crazy callback.
housing long term and crap? Now, do I have to talk to my bosses and ask for help? Is he going to fight me over custody? How do I afford a lawyer? Do I need a lawyer? Can I just walk away? Do I have to split custody? Is he going to be a huge wiener over things? You definitely should get a lawyer. Did he actually love me? Does he love this other woman more than me? Not helpful questions. Was this what he was doing while our daughter was fighting for her life? Am I going to be okay? So many questions and not really good answers. More or less just writing this event. If anyone knows of good low-cost divorce lawyers close to Minneapolis, let me know. And that
is the end of that.
Is where that story ends. If you want more stories like this, search for our podcast, OK Storytime, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.